So, had some additional thoughts. Conan and I were out walking today. It's a beautiful day in the Carolinas. Hey, buddy. Conan's my wingman. Best friend I think I've ever had in my entire life. But he's also an excellent service animal. But so I had a question, or I guess somebody asked me a question about what's so bad about the U.S. I mean, nothing's bad about the U.S. I love it here. I mean, I grew up here. I moved around the country a good bit. When I finished up college in Charleston, South Carolina, I moved around a bit. I lived in Florida, lived out in Orange County, California for a while. Charlotte, North Carolina, spent most of my adult life there raising my sons. And after the first divorce, got crazy, went on a trip with a great friend of mine, went to Hawaii for his 50th birthday, fell in love with it, thought it'd be a great place to move, and it was. But I was working, it wasn't like I was retired. But I came to the realization that I was just running away from problems, you know? You're out there on an island, and island fever is a real thing. You drive around in circles and that's all you see, the same thing every day. So it's beautiful. And I tell anyone, go there and enjoy it. Stay at the resorts, have a fantastic time. But when you move to a place, it's different because you're working in the community, you're integrated in the community, and it's just a different life. And that's what I'm thinking about the Philippines. That's why I have some anxiety about it, because even though I visit there, I feel that maybe I'll get bored. Maybe I wouldn't have the infrastructure or the, here comes a guy on a bike, check him out. Wow, there he goes. No helmet, great job. Anyway, good luck. But Hawaii was a great place, but I started thinking about, why did I move to Hawaii? Why would I do this again? Why would I move to the Philippines? I'm like, But then I think about it, and as we get older, we lose people. We lose our parents, we lose relatives, we lose siblings. We just, our circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And I said in the previous video, I have two sons. One's 30, one's 26, be 27 this year. They're got their own lives, married, looking to start families. And, you know, I remember when I was that age, I didn't have time for my parents. I was doing my own thing. So I deal with that guilt factor there that I would be leaving them. But at the same time, as you guys know, probably the people who are watching my channel are going to be in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and you guys are battling the same things. You've been married, maybe you got divorced, and now you're thinking, where do I go from here? You know, I spent my whole life working, building this life I wanted to have for retirement, you know, being married, having kids, and then divorce, boom, it's all gone away. I just don't get it. And then you look at your finances. If you're like me, I've been through 2 divorces. I'm a 2-time loser. I'm not going to sit here and bash my ex-wives, because there's 3 parts to every story. There's mine, theirs, and the truth, right? So I accept my responsibility in the failure of both of them, but I don't take all the responsibility. So I guess what I'm saying is, if I stay here in the United States, and again, you will never hear me talk badly about the United States as far as bashing it. Yes, there are certain things I don't like about it, but I can get into those later. I don't really want to get into politics. I just want this to be a self-help documentary type video, but financially, I can't do it. I'll be in the middle class, and that's not a bad thing, but it makes it hard to travel, especially from the U.S. Every place I want to go is so far away. So And doing that math with Social Security, take it early, 401k, I can still keep money in the market, but I can retire in the Philippines and still make money off my principal. If I stay here, I have to take a draw, and that money depletes. And we know what happens when people get sick in the US. It's a transactional system. I've worked it for 40 years. I know. And I've seen people just get financially devastated by one illness. But you go, Thomas, what about healthcare in the Philippines? It's a developing country. Not necessarily. There are things you can do, and I'm going to get into this later, but there are private global healthcare plans that you can get, and pretty much every country will take it. If you want to put the rider on for the United States, it's going to cost you a heck of a lot of money, but from what I'm looking at right now, I'm looking at like $250, $300 a month, and that's nothing for healthcare insurance. With a $750 deductible. My deductible now, with the hospital system I work at, is $7,000 for one person. Jesus Christ, who has $7,000 laying around? Not me, but I can retire there. And as I stated, I can rent a 4-bedroom house if I want it. I can buy a condo if I want it, with security. I mean, rooftop swimming pool, fitness center. I mean, if you're scared and you've thought about it and you're in my demographic, my age group, don't be afraid. I'm going to teach you, I promise you, I'm going to share all my experiences, good, bad, indifferent. I will show you how I did it. And I might not do it the right way, but I'm going to learn lessons as I go. But you don't have to have a lot of money to live there. And I can get into all the finances later. I promise you I will do that, because I'm going to be transparent. Because I want people to be transparent with me. Like I said, there's so many videos out there right now that show you how great it is in the Philippines, but nobody shows you how to get there. The hurdles, the fear, the anxiety. And that's what I want to do. I want to give you guys a guide. I'm not going to charge you one red cent for it. But I want to show you it can be done. Your life as you know it will be the same thing. And I don't want to be sitting on the couch waiting for Thanksgiving to come around, or maybe Christmas, and my children come spend 4 hours with me. And I just sit on the same sofa like God's waiting room, waiting to go home. That's not me. I'm too active, I'm adventurous, and you will see, even if when I get to the Philippines and my channel changes to living in the Philippines, I'm one of the most active people at my age I know of. I'm not bragging, I just like to stay busy, or maybe it's my ADHD, I don't know. But I like to stay busy. But that was going back to retirement. If I stay here, I stay in the middle class. And like I said, not a bad thing. But I don't have extra discretionary income to jump on a plane and fly to the Philippines, or fly to Australia, or fly to New Zealand. But if I'm living in the Philippines, I can jump on a plane, I can go to Singapore, I can go to Seoul, Korea, I can go to Japan, I can go Vietnam, I can go to New Zealand, I can go to Australia about 6 hours away. I can go to all these places I've always wanted to go, and airfare is so cheap. It's so cheap to fly back and forth to these places. Now Japan and Korea might not be that cheap once you get there, but to fly there, so that's my strategy, that's my plan. I just wanted to add that on from the first video, but just keep in mind, I'm going to try to structure these a little better as we go along. This is kind of like a little intro, you know, Thomas saying hello to the world, and but I'll get it structured, and I'll start doing a play-by-play of how I'm doing this 30-month process to deconstruct my American life and build a new one in the Philippines. So I hope you will stick around. And I'm going to say this one more time. This right here is my most loyal buddy. He's been with me through thick and thin. If anyone has any experience of moving a senior dog to the Philippines, just give me some links or some guidance. I'll do the research, but I will eventually do the research, and I've got to figure out, it's going to be a hard decision to make. If he makes it to 12 and he's still alive, my plans may be delayed. I can't see a scenario where I would leave him behind, since he's been with me for so long and been so loyal. Right, buddy? Right, bud? You're a good boy. The best friend a man could ever have, for sure. But that's my dilemma. So if anybody, like I said, has any experience doing that, the processes, I know there's probably a quarantine, things like that, please let me know. But anyway, sorry, I got a little emotional. I love this guy. I hope you will take the time to subscribe, follow me as you can. Like I said, I'm going to try to put one out a week. If I can't, please be patient. They will keep coming, especially they will keep coming when I get closer and closer to the time. But I hope you'll follow me on this journey, and I appreciate you. And just remember, there's one thing you can't do. You can't outrun time. And you've only got a limited number of heartbeats when you're put on this earth. So always remember to be good to yourself, do what's right for yourself and your family. And with that, always remember, time is strong.